have each other's backs, and you know, it is what it is. We moved on to the next play, and we just you know, locked in even more after that.
Locked in, you can say that again. Hello and welcome into Celtics Now. I am your host, Michaela Vernava. Locked in is exactly what this Boston Celtics team is as they head out to Ohio. 2 games up on the Cavs. Al Horford there referring to his little incident with J.R. Smith and Marcus Smart coming to his rescue.
Oh man, we're out there to play basketball, you know, and I just looked at it, you know, Al's, he's a defenseless, person. He's in the air. He can't control how his body goes, and he's not even looking in. You know, you go and take two hands to the back. You know, it's a dirty shot, you know, and you just can't allow that to keep happening. You know, this is not the first time JR has done some dirty stuff, especially playing against us. He's known for it, especially playing against us. We know that. So, you know, if it's like a bully, you keep letting the bully keep picking on you, he's going to keep picking on you until you finally stand up, and that's what I tried to do. You know, one of my guys was down, and I took offense to it.
Well, you know who agrees with you, Mr. Smart? None other than the legendary Bill Russell. He tweeted, hashtag Marcus Smart has it correct. Always stick up for your teammates. And how about Bill Russell shattering the stereotype that Twitter is for the younger generations? Look at those hashtags and handles in there. Guys, killing it. And that incident wasn't the only time we saw tensions running high at TD Garden. We also had the moment that produced the photo worth 1,000 words, even if those words are completely made up by all of us dorks on the internet. Captions of gold here. I'm telling you, the love of one woman should be enough. And then we have Barstool chiming in. She was pregnant and you left her in a vulnerable state. And it's not Yanni, it's Laurel. I agree, it's Laurel.
It's already physical. I think it's been physical. You know, we like I said, man, we're not backing down. So however, you know, they want to go about it, we can go. You know, we're gonna continue to come in and play hard. We're gonna be smart, use our heads, and you know, nobody's gonna get thrown out of any games or anything like that. And you know, we just gonna compete. Competitive level can go up, and you know, that's about it.
So this series is for show heating up, and Marcus Morris there scored 12 points in Game 2, but by far his greatest contribution, the fact that he is LeBron's Achilles heel. Morris said he'd shut down the King, and so far he has backed it up. Through the first 2 games, Morris has held James to 4 of 14 from the field and 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. LeBron has just 11 points on 56 possessions defended by Morris. He's scored 41 on 80 possessions guarded by other Celtics defenders. And as for Smart, from sticking up for his teammates to his defense to his pure intensity, he may not have been the Celtics' leading scorer, but man, did he play a crucial role in that Game 2 win.
You know, Marcus always makes plays at the right time. You know, his ability to play multiple positions, but they put the ball in his hand and they trust him to you know, make plays for others. He has a really cannon ability to, you know, get into the lane and either create for himself or create for others, and he did that a lot tonight with the 9 assists, and also has some offensive rebounds, you know, some missed shots. So, you know, he's always been very productive for their ball club.
The same impact he always has, just, you know, winning basketball. You know, he makes winning plays, he makes tough plays. Like we said before, if it's 50-50 balls, he's going to get it. If it's a loose ball, offensive rebound they need to have, he's going to get it. So we got to be able to find someone who can match his toughness.
That's me. You know, that's how I was raised. I'm the youngest of 4 boys. You know, my whole life I've had to fight. I had to get down and do things and that, you know, in order to secure my spot in the household. You know, so coming onto the court is nothing different. You know, we're the underdogs. We're coming in. Cleveland's, you know, picked to beat us. We have to come and give energy, extraordinary energy, excuse me, all the time. And, you know, I just try to be that spark plug.
All right, so with the win in Game 2, the Celtics are now a perfect 9-0 at home this postseason. And just so you know, in franchise history, the Celtics are 37-0 in 7-game playoff series when leading 2-0. Now let's take a minute to discuss adjustments. The C's outscored the Cavs by 20 points in the second half of Game 2. Cleveland made half, 7 of 14 of their three-point attempts in the first half, then were held to just 3 of 17 from beyond the arc in the second. And LeBron, after scoring an incredible 21 points in the first quarter and scaring the living hell out of everyone in Boston, the Celtics held the King to another 21 points in the final 3 quarters combined. And they did it in front of some special guests. Check it out. Kind of a weird picture, but clearly Big Papi had a decent view of Game 2. The crowd went absolutely nuts when they showed him on the Jumbotron. And a bunch of the Patriots defensive core were there. Dante Hightower, Stephon Gilmore, just to name a few. So when it comes to Boston, there is no I in team. When it comes to Cleveland, there is no team in Cavs. Here's a look at the Cavs' scoring distribution, or lack thereof. LeBron and Kevin Love combined to score 64 of Cleveland's 94 points. Kyle Korver was the only other Cavalier to put up double digits with 11. Meanwhile, the Celtics got double digits from each member of their starting 5, plus Marcus Smart, and Aaron Baines contributed with 9.
I mean, in a lot of ways, you feel comfortable going to every one of those guys with the game on the line, and then some, right? Obviously, we've done it. We've gone to Tatum, we've gone to Morris, we've gone to Smart. So, you feel good about all of those guys as guys that can make plays in big moments.
Speaking of teamwork and togetherness, Kyrie Irving. He's obviously miserable in Boston and hates the Celtics are succeeding without him. Should probably move him before things get too uncomfortable. Now, as superhuman as LeBron James was in Game 2, he missed more free throws than the entire Celtics team and had as many turnovers as the Celtics team as a whole. So, how's he dealing with being down 2-0?
You ask, how will I digest it? I'm going to go home tonight and see my 3 kids, see my family, recalibrate, see my mom. I think I'll be fine. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. You go out and when you lay everything on the line, at the end of the day, you can live with that. So, I'll recalibrate as far as how I can help this team continue to be successful. How I can do some things to make us be even more complete. And, the only way I probably won't get no sleep tonight if Kev don't get a question asked, probably at the end of the day.
I'm looking at Dave. I said, don't do it, Dave.
So I'm going to lose a lot of sleep if someone doesn't ask him a question. I
can leave.
Yeah, guys, show Kevin some love. Get it? Let's check in now with Darren Hartwell, our basketball writer, for his do's and don'ts.
All right, the Celtics are up 2-0 on the Cavs, so time to book those NBA Finals tickets, right? Yeah, well, not so fast. The Celtics obviously still have their work cut out for them in this series. They're 1-4 on the road in the postseason in 2018, and they face a tall task going into the Q in games 3 and 4. So how can they steal a win on the road? Well, we'll start with the positives here. One thing the Celtics should do is defend the three-point line at all costs. They did this really well at home in games 1 and 2. The Cavs shot 14 for 57 from three-point range. In case you're wondering, that's under 25%. But like most NBA teams, the Cavs are a much better three-point shooting team at home. Kyle Korver and Kevin Love both shot over 40% from three-point range this season. Kyle Korver was at 45% and Love was at 42%. And even J.R. Smith, his field goal percentage from three-point range ticked up from 36% on the road to 38% at home. I think those 3 guys are the guys Boston should key on in games 3 and 4, and that's because home games, especially in the playoffs, are won by role players making a difference, and that's especially true from beyond the arc. So I think that what the Celtics should do is really try to prevent Kevin Love, Kyle Korver, and J.R. Smith from getting hot and finding a rhythm beyond the arc. All right, time for my don't. What the Celtics should not do is give LeBron James any reason to believe. Obviously, that is kind of a given here, but just a quick history lesson. LeBron James has actually been down 0-2 in 6 playoff series in his career. And in 4 of those series, he's come back to win games 3 and 4. And in 2 of those series, he actually went on to win the entire series. You probably remember the latest instance of this was the 2016 NBA Finals, when LeBron and the Cavs were down 2-0 and 3-1 to the Golden State Warriors and came back to win the whole series. Again, nothing groundbreaking here, but I think the Celtics should treat Game 3 like a must-win. History shows us that if LeBron James sees any window of opportunity, he'll take it. And I think if Cleveland ends up winning Games 3 and 4 at home, this thing very well could go 7 games. And with a player like LeBron on the Cavs, all bets are off in that scenario. Another history note, though, is that no team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win an NBA series. So I think Game 3 really is important for the Celtics. They can step on the head of the snake, so to speak, just like they did in that Philly series, take out LeBron in Game 3, and book their ticket finally to the NBA Finals.
Well, that's it for this episode of Celtics Now. These few days between games are killer, aren't they? Make sure to keep up with all your Celtics news on NESN.com in the meantime. And let's hope that come Saturday night, this is still Paul Pierce's move.